up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. Hey, Alpha.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
70, Indy. Recon, 132 fighter. He's coming. We got double up. Switch. Hatchet. Whip. Watch the whip. Wide. Get wide. Kill. Switch.
On third down, Ballard, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Down, 50, plant. All that, baby, all that. You draw Corker. Kill, turn it. Slam. Check. Hit it.
On 2nd down, it's Ballard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects? One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready? 10 logo. 5. Back to you. I'm going back to you. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Hey, defense. Go.
On 1st and 10, Sanderson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Runs the mic. Watch one.
On 2nd down now, it's Ballard. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
We go set. 15 line. 15 line. He's heavy on the edges. Hey, zoom. 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Throwing on 1st down. Sanderson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, alert 3.
And some room to roam now. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. On first down, Swift. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
On first down, Sanderson looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. Shit. Hey, high 7. At 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic. 65. Big grip.
Operating from the gun, Sanderson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Ballard, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just boom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Go. Hey, lock it. Hey, check 24.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
So Mike number one. Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You got three. Leo. Small. Now.
Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Sanderson going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox, right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 3rd down, Sanderson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Sam off. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
To throw on 3rd down. Sanderson out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Check.
At the Cowboys' 14-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw on 2nd down. Sanderson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On first down, it's Ballard, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw, and he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Look at me. Zipper.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Silver.
Looking to throw on second down. Sanderson. He's got Smith here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, Sanderson complete. Smith has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 38.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 38.
At 25 to Mike. We go 25. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Sanderson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 48-yard line.
I know he ain't got it. My 50. Get it.
Second and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Ballard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He'll drop to throw. Fighting through pressure. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check 3, check 3. Big grip.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute, because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
On 2nd down. It's Ballard, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Joker. Switch it. Come on, right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ballard, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Dallas.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball, because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Switch up, switch up. At 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic. It's just me.
Back to throw. Sanderson. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 49.
Throwing on first down. Sanderson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Back at the 25-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Not today, you are. Hard, hard. Check, crunch, crunch. Deep grip, deep grip.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
18 Gator. What? Squeeze. Hey. Leo. It's a safety creep. Hey, Orbit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Both sevens to Mike. Ricky. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Go. Hey, you're out. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Fine.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them and now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
Hey, exit. Hey, check Mike 47. Look at me. Door. On the go.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
Set up. 60 or. Check, 47.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Hey, wahoo! Gone.
Alert flare.
Hit it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for